Under the heraldry of the flashing lights, the U18A2 Cloverdale Colts have returned to the ice for another playoff game. Today we'll be watching them play their first game of the President's Series after having been eliminated from the provincials in a 3-1 loss to the Vancouver T-Birds A2 team last week. See, the Colts are here in South Surrey Arena to take on the Semiahmoo A1 team. And this will be the third matchup of the season between these two teams, with each team having won a game earlier in the season. The Colts with a 4-1 win and Semiahmoo with a 6-3 victory. A few lineup notes we'll want to mention for the Colts. They are down 3 players today. Both Lyndon Fraser and Lyndon Cameron are not here tonight, as well as Jesse. And as such, they have called up Nolan Thornley from the A3 team to help them out here today. He'll be playing forward for the team here today, wearing number 11. And Max gets the start in net. So let's head to the first period highlights. We'll start with Semi on the attack. This player in the white helmet is going to make a nice pass across this player coming in late. Big shot on net, but Max turns it aside with the glove. Now watch the corner. Patrick goes in to play that player, and he gets his hands up into Patrick's face. So that's a head contact penalty for the Semiahmoo player. So Colts to the power play, but unfortunately for them, they're going to give up this short-handed chance. The shot on net, the rebound comes out, that gets directed on net, and then there's a second rebound where there's a player in that area, but he's unable to corral it, and the Colts go back the other way on the power play. They're going to get this chance on that turnover from Semi. There's Arjun right in front, but he puts that shot wide. And speaking of putting shots wide, we're going to show you this highlight right here as Orson gets this puck and puts it on net. That's the only shot on net the Colts are going to get this period, despite a lot of time in the zone and many shots directed toward the net. That's the only one that actually landed on the net. That's not a problem exclusive to the Colts. Here we see Semi's going to put this pass backdoor. The player had nothing but net there. He's unable to make good contact, and that puck bounces off his stick and goes wide. The Colts are going to get another power play here. As that Semi player on the forecheck gets his elbow up into Riley's head area. So that's a head contact penalty for Semiahmoo. And while on the power play, the Colts are going to give it back, though. Here we see Patrick put that puck up the wall, and as that Semi player is turning, Jordan gives him a shove from behind, and the numbers dangerously into the wall. That's going to be a penalty for Cloverdale. And while Jordan is heading to the box, watch Arjun in the middle of the ice. He's going to come together with this Semi player, bump into him, and then he's going to get tackled from behind. That's going to be penalties for both Arjun for bumping into the player originally, and a 10-minute penalty to that Semi player who pulled him down from behind. The animosity is going to continue. Here you see the Colts killing their penalty, and you see Patrick coming down the wall to get in that player's way, and then he's going to prevent that player from doing the stretch play out to the middle. And as he's heading there, he takes a terrible dive, barely gets touched into the chest area, and flails wildly to the ice. The patrons in the arena should be aware of the presence of a sniper, because that looked pretty bad. It's going to get worse for the Colts as the period winds down. There you see Tyler put his stick on that player coming through the middle. Referee's going to call a hooking penalty there. Put the Colts down 5-on-3 as we head into the second period. Still scoreless for the moment, but Semiahmoo is going to work this puck over to that player. He's going to put it back to the middle, move into the slot, put it high on the blocker side for the 5-on-3 power play goal, and Semiahmoo is up 1-0. Semi's looking to extend the lead with this puck that comes all the way across the Olympic-size ice. This player is going to get a breakaway from the blue line in, hassled from behind by Patrick, does get a shot away, but Max makes the save. But Semi does keep coming in, and they chop this puck towards the net. Max jumps out and tries to poke check it away. That player slides it towards the net. Patrick's behind Max on his hands and knees, and in his effort to avoid playing it with his hand in the crease, he stands up and tries to kick it, but by then the Semi player is able to poke it into the empty net, and it's now 2-0 Semi. But the Colts are going to get yet another power play. Here we see Patrick trying to split the D, and as he does, he gets held up, so that's a holding penalty for Semi, sending the Colts to the power play. Trevor gets a good spinner end shot that gets blocked, but as that puck gets wired around to the far side, Bryson keeps it in nicely, then he moves it across to Riley, who throws it towards the net, where Trevor is stationed nicely for the tip. He tips it back against the grain to the far post, and the Colts are on the board with a power play goal. It's now 2-1. Semi comes right back, looking to get that 2-goal lead. There's that puck that gets thrown on net, and the rebound comes right out to that player on the side of the net, but Max does a great job to come across with the glove and make the save on the rebound. Still in the Colts zone, though. The Colts are working down low, and that puck comes right out front to an unchecked player. He puts that off the post and out. So that's going to allow the Colts to come back the other way. And here we see Arjun picking that up in the high slot. He's going to try to put that over to Jordan on the right side. Doesn't have a stick down in time, and then he gets a tip chance. Arjun does right in front. So 2 good opportunities by the Colts, unable to get a shot on net though. And it's not like they lack for power play opportunities. Here we see an icing down the ice that Arjun was chasing that the Semi player bumps into him at the end, drawing a penalty of his own. So Colts did go to the power play. They couldn't capitalize, but shortly after that power play ended, they do get this chance. That pass right out front to Zach, throws it towards the net, but the goalie makes the save. So here comes Semi. Back the other way. They get a 3-on-2, and as Patrick goes over, it turns on a 2-on-1 the other way. And a lack of urgency on the back check by the Colts allows that third player to rejoin the play late and tap in that rebound on the far side to give Semiahmoo a 3-1 lead. The Colts don't give up though. Here comes Zach racing down the left side, partial breakaway. Been a bit snake bitten lately. It's been a while since he scored. Gets a good chance there off the rush and then puts that puck down low to Seth, who finds a creeping Patrick, who is coming in from the point, and he puts that in off the nice pass from Seth. Zach getting the second assist, and it's now 3-2 for Semiahmoo. Colts now looking to tie it. Good work on the forecheck. That puck's going to get picked up by Seth. He steps out in front. One shot, backhand, and looks like even a third rebound. But the goalie covers it up. As we take note of that Semi player in the white helmet from earlier, there he is in front. Remember the dive earlier with Patrick? There's another little shove from Patrick. And another dive. This time the referee doesn't fall for it. And then as the puck comes back the other way with Orson, that player follows through and again gets his hands up high. That's the second head contact penalty that player has taken for a high hit. So here we go. Colts to the power play, looking to tie it. But first, Jordan's breakout pass gets tipped, and then his second attempt at is intercepted, and that gets thrown towards the net and slides past Max. And despite the Colts looking to tie this game late in the second period, now they're down 4-2 heading to the third. And as this period starts, we're going to see more activity around number 11 on Semiahmoo, the player with the white helmet that we've mentioned a couple times for diving. And here we see he gets body checked again. Puck's going to come back down to him in the corner. And again, he's going to get knocked down, this time by Seth. And Seth is going to stand over him. There's going to be a whistle. No penalties yet. You don't see the referee indicating any penalties. But as Seth skates away, you can see the referee indicate quite vehemently that is a 10-minute misconduct. So Seth must have said something to the player while he was down, and now he heads to the box for 10 minutes. And watch Arjun at the bottom of your screen. He gets taken out as he crosses the line well away from the puck. That's going to be an interference penalty for Semi, once again sending the Colts to the power play. Again, though, they were unable to capitalize, but they do get this scoring chance a little bit later after that power play is over. First, Jordan's going to sweep that towards the net, goes behind as it misses, but then Noah brings it around on the wraparound. Goalie does seal the post and keep it out. Play is going to continue. Eventually, it's going to end up on Mitchell's stick, and he's going to throw that across to Noah, who's all alone in front, can't get a handle on it, and it remains 4-2. Semi Ravens looking to extend their lead. That player trying to split the defense. He's going to get knocked down when he goes into the corner, but that other Ravens player is going to step out front with it. Big backhand, but Max makes a nice save with the blocker. Now we're going to see a play similar to that turnover that created the 4-2 goal for Semi, the shorthanded one. This is not shorthanded, but a pass up the middle from Orson gets picked off by the Semiahmoo player, who gets it down in front where another player picks up the rebound and takes it to the left side and slides it in. It's now 5-2. Whatever is causing these turnovers must be catching, because we're going to see another one here. Semi's going to work the puck down low into the corner. Bryson's going to pick it up, and under little pressure, he's going to throw that right in front. Semi player is going to get that on the back door, but Max does well to slide across and make the save. And despite some of the self-sabotage, the Colts are not out of this one yet. Here we see Zach steal that puck in the corner, and as he's coming out to shoot, he gets slashed across the hands. So yet another power play for the Colts. They'd like to capitalize on this one and get back in this game. So here's Jackson down low. He's going to carry it around to the far side. You'll see the Semi players have 5 back on the ice. So this is shortly after the power play had ended. Jackson's going to move that across to Nolan. One-timer into the net. Colts have crept back to within 2. It's 5-3. And so down 2 with just 2 minutes left to go in the game, the Colts are going to pull their goalie to go 6-on-5. And as Orson tries to put this down low, it's going to bounce off the shin pads of that semi player, go right to the other semi player who's out at center, who gains the center ice line and fires it into the empty net to salt this one away. A 6-3 victory for the Semiahmoo team here tonight. So the Colts continue their string of undesirable results after Christmas, still looking for their first victory outside of the tournament games down in Arizona. Let's have a look at the stats. Patrick leading the way with a goal and an assist. Trevor and Nolan getting the other markers for the Colts here tonight. So let's have a look at the stats for the whole season. Zach remains at the top of the table in points and goals, although he's tied in goals with Seth. Carnveer remains the plus-minus leader at plus 31, but Jesse is only one behind him at plus 30. So let's have a look at the standings in the President's Series so far. These 7 teams will each play each other once, so 6 games each. Right now you see Port Moody at the top of the table, having won their game and collected their sportsmanship point. Cloverdale, with the 10-minute penalty today, unable to get their sportsmanship point, so they remain at 0 points. They'll be ill-advised to lose too many of those going forward if they want a chance at winning the President's Series. Let's have a look at the remaining schedule. 5 games left, having played this one. The next one is on Friday night, home to the Langley A2 team, a team that the Colts have beaten on a number of occasions earlier in the season. So let's look forward to Friday when hopefully the Colts get back onto the winning side of the ledger. We'll see you then.